What's going on, everybody? This is Dave and welcome back today to the FM Scout YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a slightly different into the future. We're going to be looking at a fullback by the name of Benjamin Henrichs. I hope I have pronounced that right. I do apologise if I haven't. Before we get going though, if you do want some more Football Manager content, you can go and check out my channel where I'm currently doing an 1860 Munich save. So now, as you can see on the screen, Benjamin Henrichs, he's currently a fullback for Bayer Leverkusen. He's very, very versatile. He can play at either fullback and all down the flanks and even in central midfield. Now, he's very, very versatile, and this is a big positive. He's just still 19 years of age. A personality, spirited, on quite a low wage to be fair, so we're going to be interested to see how much that goes up as well. 6 foot tall, so he's not small, but at the same time he's not an absolute giant. Physically very, very decent. Got good dribbling, good technique, and good passing as well. So as a fullback, and maybe I think he's probably more suited to a central midfield role, to be fair, with the dribbling, the first touch, the passing, and so on. If we go on to his information, you can see here media description, Wonder Kid, which is of course what we are looking for. He's got ambitions to win the Bundesliga, so in Germany he's in the right place as well. His nationality is set as German, but he can also play for Ghana as well. Last season he grabbed 9 appearances for Leverkusen, but hopefully today, in this episode, we're going to see how much he can improve over the space of his career. So we're going to be checking out his whole career. No interest, of course, in him just yet. This kind of chart shows really how versatile he is. Very strong with both feet, dictates tempo, and tries to play his way out of trouble, which is going to be interesting to see. Now, if we have a quick look at Leverkusen to see who he's kind of competing with for a spot in the side. Now, Tinjedvad is quite similar, but he's probably more of a centre-half. These guys as well, Jonathan Tah as well. He's got Roberto Hilbert, who's a little bit older. He's also got Danny Da Costa, Vendel, that he's going to be coming up against. So there's some decent players, but you'd probably hope that if he doesn't get played, he should be transferred or have a loan out. So we're going to skip forward the first 2 years. We're going to see how well young Benjamin can do, and we'll come back shortly. So we are now in the year 2021, so we're about 5 years plus, and it's now time to see how Benjamin Henrichs is doing. And he's still a Leverkusen. Okay, now 24, valued at 35.5 million. He's got a contract till 2024, and his wages, as seen, are now 96,000. Mentally, he's a really, really good player. The only thing that lets him down is his flair, but everything else is bar off the ball. He's 13 plus. Physically, it's great, really well rounded. Natural fitness, balance, great. Strength, stamina, with a good mix of pace and acceleration in there as well. Looks like all his kind of positions are the same. This season, he played 30 games in the league, grabbing 3 goals as well. But if we have a look, he's been really ever present as a player, doing really, really well, getting a massive, really, really good average rating, 7.31, but this season, 7.6 average rating, which is incredible. Achievements, Footballer of the Year, 3rd place, really, really good. Got in the Team of the Year in the Bundesliga as well. They finished runners-up in the DFB Pokal. If we have a quick look at his landmarks, they won it in 2018. He got his first senior goal in 2017. Runners-up in the DFB Pokal this year, finished 3rd in the Bundesliga in 2016. And of course, he's getting a lot of Team of the Weeks and so on. Supporters Player of the Year in 16-17. Supporters Player of the Year in 17-18 season. Supporters Player of the Year in the 18-19 season. Supporters Player of the Year again in 19-20. Supporters Player of the Year 2021. That is ridiculous. So literally since we've started this experiment, he's got the Supporters Player of the Year every single year. He's been in the Leverkusen Best 11, which you'd expect. But Footballer of the Year 3rd place shows how good this guy is. Now, Manchester City are interested in buying him. If that materialises, we will have to wait and see. So, it's going well. Still, though, no cats to Germany, which is a bit a bit strange. No caps for Germany as of yet, but as a whole, he's becoming a really, really decent player. If we look at Leverkusen, we'll have a quick look at them, how they've been finishing in the last couple of years or so. So it's kind of been, well, bar that first couple of years where they finished third and second. Last two years they've finished in 7th place. This year they finished third though. Slightly better performance from them, finishing third. Only 6 points behind Dortmund and Bayern. Well, Bayern won the league on goal difference in the end. But yeah, quite a few regens coming through. But look, Benjamin Henrichs with the most man of the matches this season. So it looks like this guy is really the real deal. Looks like a really, really good player who probably you could maybe get for 20, 30 million, I'd say, before, in the first year. But now valued at 35 million. If he does go, it will be really interesting to see how much they're willing to sell him for. So then we're now into 2026. Another 5 years have passed, so he should be about 29 now. Benjamin Henrichs. He's now at Manchester City, which we saw. He's on £275,000 a week at Manchester City. His value has deteriorated a little bit, which is expected as he goes with age. And he's already played more games for City than he did for Leverkusen. But look at that, he's now representing Ghana at international level. Which is a shame because I thought he was a really, really good fullback. If we have a look, yeah, he's with the Ghana squad at the moment. He's been representing Ghana, and his international debut was in 2024, just 2 years ago. So he must have, in the end, just thought, you know what, I'm going to give up the ghost with trying to play for Germany, and I'll represent Ghana instead, which I'm sure they were more than happy with. Now, his short-term plans is willing to fight to regain his place in the first team, so it looks like he might not be playing football. No team's interested in him, but for a player on 275 grand to be a rotation player, it's pretty crazy. Physically, again, stats look more or less the same, and not too different. Of course, they've risen slightly, but this is probably his peak now. I'd assume. Manchester City brought him in the end. That year we looked at him for 46.5 million. He is getting, well, in the first four seasons, he was the regular fullback. It must seem, again, with awesome average ratings. This season, not so much. He did get 5 assists, the most since he's joined Man City, but no man of the matches. But he's only started 12 games in the league and he made 20 appearances as a sub. So that isn't great for him. If we look at information, now where is it? We can check how many games. There we go. Yeah, mainly as a right back. A few games as a left back this season, as you can see. But a couple of games at central midfield where, as you can see, his average rating is really not great. He's mainly Ghana's right back. 7.85 for them. That's a really good rating, but he does become a really decent, well, as you can see with that wage, he's not going to be rubbish at that sort of wage. He's a really decent fullback, and I think if any team does want him, if you can try and grab him in the first couple of years, you probably could get him, as I say, for about 20 odd million. But he's turned into a really good player. We're now going to check out what happens for the rest of his career. We'll come and see, well, how he ends his career. Does he stay at City? Will he move on? And what does he do after his career? So then, we are now in 2035, a long, long way after Benjamin Henrichs. And I can't, is he still on here? Yep, he's now on here, but he's now a manager. His management stats were great. He did retire just a couple of years ago at Manchester City, so he stayed there for the rest of his career. And he grabbed 80 caps in the end for Ghana. He's 38 years of age now, so he retired when he was about 36. And well, after that season we looked at, he struggled the season after. He only started 2 games in the league, and that's the worst average rating that we've seen from Henrichs during this experiment. But he got back into the team, 31 games, 32 games, and then just really petered off in the 31-32 season, where again he only started 2 games, started 5 games just a couple of years ago, and then he must have gone and retired. Now, his achievements as a player long term. Now, he was released on a free transfer from City, which must have been the end for him, really. Competition wise, we'll start at Leverkusen, he never really, well, he won the DFB Pokal once. At City, he won the Europa League, the runners-up of the Super Cup. He got his international debut a couple of years after. Won the Europa League again, runners-up in the EFL Cup, runners-up in the FA Cup, winners of the Super Cup. As you can see, runners-up even in the Champions League. He got his first international goal as well in 2028. They won the Premier League just a few years before he retired. Won the FA Cup and almost won the treble. They came runners-up in the Champions League. Man City as a whole, who they got as boss? Vincenzo Montella. Has he been there since kind of they brought him? So he didn't buy him. He's only just joined. So the person that bought him, 2024, could have been either Massimo Allegri. How many managers have they had since Guardiola? 15 years. They've had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 managers. Wow. To be fair, maybe 3 or 4 of them were caretakers. But yeah, it was either Allegri or Emery that brought him into the club. But they are a good team now. But yeah, Benjamin Henrichs, I feel, is a really, really decent fullback on this game. If you're maybe based in Germany, you'll see how decent this guy is. He'll probably be one of the better fullbacks in the Bundesliga. If you're an English team like your City, United, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, I've already said Chelsea, I'd take a punt on this guy. I would. For 20-25 million, he could be a really good fullback. I know United have kind of fullback issues at times, but this guy could be really decent for you. But as you can see, that was Benjamin Henrichs' career on Football Manager 2017. If you did enjoy this, make sure you smash a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Remember to go and check out my channel. A link to that will be in the description down below. If there's any more players that you would like to see on into the future, do let us know in the comment section down below. And how do you feel that Benjamin Henrichs, if you're a fan of German football or you know of him, how do you feel he's going to get on in real life? Do you think it'll be quite similar to this experiment? Do you think he'll stay at Leverkusen longer, shorter? Let us know. But until next time, enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you all soon.